From author Cindy Rand comes a book that working women will want to add to their must-read list. The Busy Woman's Guide to Holistic Health and Wellness, available on Amazon. Long before women across the globe were given a welcome voice to speak, they were busy, consistently giving, creating, and nurturing from the bedroom to the boardroom. Now more than ever, today's busy woman is in need of solid instruction on how to balance the nuances of each day without losing her personal identity in the midst of it. The Busy Woman's Guide to Holistic Health and Wellness highlights simple yet effective steps on how you can make changes to your surroundings to ignite your power as a valued woman equipped to care for yourself. Wellness is a journey, so order your copy of author Cindy Rand's book, The Busy Woman's Guide to Holistic Health and Wellness, and take the journey together. Available in Kindle and paperback on Amazon.
Welcome to another segment of Complete Wellness with Cindy. So today we are going to talk about digital detox. But in the meantime, I've decided to kind of work at my computer today. So I'm going to try to get up, share my screen. Then that way you all can see what I'm talking about. Let's see. Which one are we looking at here? Let's go to this one. All right. So there and there. And I think I'm going to get a little help from Alexa and let her tell us what our powerful quote of today is. Alexa, what is our powerful quote for today?
Our power quote for today. A detox is your opportunity to give your body a break and allow your own self-cleansing and self-healing processes to kick into gear. By Food Matters. Welcome to another episode of Complete Wellness with Cindy.
Thank you, Alexa. So today, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about detoxing. That's what we're going to talk about. So the digital detox, basically, that's our subject, and hopefully you all can see it. If you can't, just let me know. But what is a digital detox? A digital detox is a period of time where you voluntarily refrain from digital devices. Things like cell phones, computers, tablets, social media. A lot of times people are really addicted to social media. And some of the reasons why they, kind of obsess over it is because of social comparisons, being upset or angry about something that somebody posted, cyberbullying, the back and forth with that, the fear of missing out, fear of being obligated to check in or to respond or to react, feelings of isolation. I mean, there are just all types of reasons why people basically, are addicted to having cellular devices or some type of digital thing. I was thinking about, it's funny, and this is, I don't think we have that up on the list about a calculator. I was thinking about when my baby was younger and she started school. I think it was probably like second or third grade when they started to teach them how to use, how to do math, basic math, arithmetic, reading, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it was getting a little advanced, so every day she'd come home with a calculator, and I'd take it from her, and I'm like, oh my God, that's cheating. What are you doing with a calculator? And so I took it from her, I helped her with her homework, and I had her to actually do it, manually think of how to do the problems, showed her how to, count on her finger, count sticks, whatever, but not this calculator. So long story short, the next day she goes to school. Apparently the teacher gives it back to her again. So she comes home. I'm like, I told you don't use this calculator. That's cheating. That is cheating. And she says, Mom, she said, the teacher is giving us calculators. And when you took the first one, she gave me a second one. So I'm thinking, what on earth is going on? I said, listen, I don't want you to have your first line of defense of how to add, subtract, or divide as a calculator. I'm thinking, whenever you get older or the batteries die, how are you going to know how to add if you don't know how to do it manually before actually sticking it into some type of device? So needless to say, when she would come home, I would have her to work it manually. The teacher, of course, continued at that point in time, introducing them to calculators. I think it was a scientific calculator. I can't quite remember. But she continued to introduce them, to that. But my daughter became very well equipped with arithmetic, with math, with the basics and the advances, because I had her to do it manually and use the digital device as like a backup more so than the sole provision of how you learn it. And I think that's something that, everybody should consider. Another thing here, as far as a benefit from taking digital detox breaks, is, and I think you could, try to do it at least like, 2-3 times a week. Just take a break from it. You basically want to reduce the light effects, that blue light effect, what a lot of people don't know. And I think of this a lot because of the clients that we have at our holistic body boutique. That blue light actually does some damage, to your skin, like with, premature aging and wrinkles and all of that. I think there was a Harvard study at some point that said that during the day, the blue light was actually beneficial, as far as like setting up your mood, making you, happy, hormones, yada, yada, yada. It was something that transmitted through the skin that actually helped people. However, on the flip side, at night, it worked basically in the opposite direction. It did not work, beneficially for the person. It actually, deteriorated, start to work towards, the retina, damaging all that. So one of the benefits of taking a break would be, to help your skin, to help your eyesight, reduce stress, like the tension in your neck. A lot of times from, just sitting there with those little devices, constantly for hours upon hours at a time. It reduces anxiety, calms your mind, decreases the likelihood of becoming depressed. And I say that because it goes back to social media and the comparisons that a lot of times people do with the fictitious life that some people, not everyone, that some people actually have on social media. They're comparing themselves to that, and they're looking at, their current circumstance or situation is like, I want to be like this person, I want to be like that person, but they don't realize a lot of times it's for show. So that causes depression in some people. So then another thing, it would produce quality sleep. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. And again, we talked about the tension in your neck. And then allows you to have, regain your focus, instead of just constantly depending on that device. I mean, even when it comes down to my day planner, I still use an old-fashioned day planner that I have to physically write it, because I know there's, scientific backing about the correlation between your memory and physically writing something versus typing it. So I kind of have a combination of two, like my day planner. So that's a way for me that I'm able to not completely be reliant on my digital calendar. I also have an old-fashioned written calendar that I write in with my day planner. And another thing that is very helpful is regaining focus, because if you're on social media all day long, you're going to miss something. You're going to look around and your day's gone. You've done nothing productive but watch other people. And one thing that's just kind of funny, and I'm not really a big television person, but I have often said, when it came down to a lot of the shows that would come on, for me, I'm looking at, they're being paid to entertain me, but I'm not being paid to watch them. So again, it goes down to your, holistic health, mind, body, spirit. You want to make sure that whatever activities you're engaging in on a regular basis or in increments that is, I would say, significant parts of your day that you spend doing something, make sure that it's beneficial to you. Not necessarily paying, but that's just, my thought about it. But you just want to make sure that you're using your time wisely, because you only get one day at a time, and you just need to make that day count. A couple simple ways to give yourself a detox, a DIY detox. First of all, everything starts with the mind. You want to decide to make a behavior change. Secondly, you want to stop placing electronic devices, i.e. your phone, in your bed at night. Now that flips back to what I said about productive sleep. Now I'm a big energy person, so in my thought process, and a couple other people that I know, our thought processes is basically, if you've got your phone in your bed, you're introducing those electric currents into your sleep or the time that you're supposed to be sleeping. So that's one thing. Then secondly, you're disturbing the energy. The phone's buzzing, the phone's beeping, all of these different things, and you're rolling over and you're checking your phone, and then you're rolling over and you're saying, oh, I can't sleep, and you're checking your phone. So, and this is funny. A friend of mine said a while back, it was so funny, it was hilarious. She said that a lot of people are laying in the bed when they first wake up, checking their phones. And they haven't even checked to see if they can walk yet. You don't even know if you can walk yet. You roll over, you get your phone, you're on social media, you're checking your emails. And that is absolutely so true. You definitely want to make the most of every day, but people, make sure you can walk before you just roll over and start TikToking on your phone. Just make sure. Another simple way to give yourself a DIY detox, digital detox, is to stop checking your email, stop playing video games, scrolling through social media. We talked about that, texting. And it's not a point of isolating yourself. Basically you're just taking an hour a day, and doing one or the other. Sometimes, I'm so tired with my day-to-day, the phone's ringing, the emails going off, I've got buzzers and notifications for everything, and I'm just tired. And sometimes I'll just turn my phone down. I even have a couple of friends that'll silence their text messages and phones at night so that they can, have a peaceful night's sleep. But those are some simple ways to give yourself a DIY detox. You want to decide to make a change, and then stop placing your devices in your bed when you go to sleep. Put it on a mantelpiece or in your purse or your pocket or on the side table, end table, nightstand, whatever, but not in your bed. Then secondly, sometimes don't check an email every 5 minutes. Stop playing videos sometimes. Do something different. Stop scrolling through the social media. Do something different. Stop texting all day and using your smartphones and your tablets and your this and your that, all those electronic things. Just give yourself a couple of hours a day of digital detox. Even if it's on like a Sunday, when people celebrate like the Sabbath, they want to just rest. Let that be your day, for example, to rest from not checking the phone, like let's just say the morning. And I understand, because like me as an entrepreneur, sometimes I'm very busy. I've got a lot of things going, so different people are coming at me. So one of the things that I do, I know like for a full day, I can't just not check. But I'll segregate a certain amount of time. Let's just say like in the morning for me, I'm not going to check my emails until 10 o'clock when I'm people ready. I'm up with the birds, but I'm not going to check my email until then. And then, you might want to switch yours, to the evenings. That's the way, to get that digital detox done. So, the bottom line is, all in all from this, the takeaway is to reduce your stress, is to allow yourself to calm your mind and to not always be so anxious about checking social media, checking your emails, checking to see who's replied and who hasn't replied. I mean, people, live your life. Like I said, you only get one. Your time is precious and valuable, and you deserve the best. And that's what I say all the time. Just make sure that you're doing what's best for you. And if what's best for you is to occasionally disconnect, then let's just do that. I hope you have a healthy, happy, holistically happy day, and I will see you next time.